We'll get back to Lady Gangster working her buns. Woot woot! You gonna shake it for the folks?
Mixed style. That's how you do it.
You think I'm funny?
Huh?
You think I'm funny?
No, you're an idiot sometimes.
You think you're funny?
Of course I am. Okay.
So, yeah, get after it. Don't want to bore you guys too much. We'll give you an update
when we know if we have the keys or
when
not.
Maddie's looking like a wet rat.
No.
A wet mouse?
No.
What's a cute little wet animal? A little otter.
An otter?
You look like a little otter.
Okay.
Otter work?
Sure.
Okay. We'll give you an update when Maddie looks like a little otter. The blower's sitting over there. I think he's picking up his motor here pretty soon. His son Jared has been doing a lot of the welding and stuff like that on this car, and he's doing a pretty dang good job. Well, guys, Wednesday morning update at 2:30 in the morning. As I'm editing the video for you guys, we are still unsure if we're going to head to Dig or Die this weekend. If we're heading out, we're going to be heading out this evening. Lady Gangster and I feel like we have a pretty good car, but it's just a costly trip, and not everything is in line to be able to leave the new truck and trailer down south for the winter. We still have a few things left to do. The new truck is going to make it a whole lot easier traveling with the baby, but we still have the borrowed motor in Straight Gangster. It has treated us well, but it is not ours. We got to give a huge shout out to Scott Hayes from Hayes Racing. I've been wanting one of these Milwaukee lights for a while. I just haven't been able to pull the trigger on it, but it's going to be a huge addition to us. Of course, had to stop at Some Racing and pick up a few parts for the motor rebuild series coming up. Work it, girl, work it! This bus is real in pretty nice shape.
This thing's freaking heavy.
You got it, girl. You ever been doing those squats for nothing? You got it? Okay. Ow, damn it. We got this killer light right here. Thanks to Hayes Racing, Scott, and Kanita. We appreciate it, guys. It is snowing out a little bit. I don't know if you can see it in the light. It's snowing out. We got the new truck. We got the trailer. We got Straight Gangster in there. And I royally screwed up. I'm not going to even lie. I put the golf cart all the way in the front.
Nick's not perfect.
I screwed up. I should have had the golf cart all the way in the back so we could have had all the merchandise up front. Not that that's how it's going to be, but that means I got to remove all this merchandise to get the car out. And yeah, we're going to be putting a lift up here, but it's a little bit dark up there, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll get back to Lady Gangster working her buns. Woot woot! You going to shake it for the folks?
Mixed style. That's how you do it.
You think I'm funny?
Huh?
You think I'm funny?
No, you're an idiot sometimes.
You think you're funny?
Of course I am.
Oh.
I get the funny.
Where'd you get that headlight?
It's a birthday present from Miley. A family present.
I think it's killer.
I know. Can't you see so well?
I can't see you. So I really can't.
That's
Do a little dance like you're like those like the glow stick people.
like the glow stick people.
Yeah.
But I only got light on my head.
Oh, you're good. All right, let's get back to work. It's getting cold out. Well, guys, it is Sunday. We got the new rig here, and we got the old trailer here that's for sale, and the ramp overs that are for sale, and the good old prison bus for sale, and we got the new stacker sitting over here. So guys, we got to go over and swap all this crap around. So the original plan was to put this motor together at my buddy Donnie's place, our good friend Don's place. But we have some pretty bad weather coming in here end of this week and early next week. So end of this week is PRI, and the week after that, if we can, we're going to try to make it to Dig or Die down in North Carolina. So what does that mean? That means we got to do a whole bunch of running around. The parts that we have at Donnie's, the engine parts and stuff like that, the block, I guess we got the rods here and stuff like that, and the pistons here. But, you know, all the other stuff, the head studs, oil pump, oil pan, blah, 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 blah. That's going to have to all come back here, and we're going to put it in the stacker. Because we're going to take all that stuff down to Jeremy's place. I'm probably going to take it down there tomorrow morning. And then Lady Gangster over here.
Hi.
And MVP will come in Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night.
I know you
Start the car.
You got a heated vest on and everything, but the rest of us are cold.
Well, they'll come in Wednesday night, and we'll leave for PRI Thursday morning with Jeremy Bonnet and his kids and stuff like that. And those guys, the Ticos, that are going down to PRI. So
You gotta also fix my flat tire, or my
Oh yeah, I gotta fix a flat tire too when we get there. But we're gonna probably do that at nighttime. So right now we're headed to Donnie's, picking up a whole bunch of miscellaneous parts, and we'll probably pick up the block in this car on the way back. But I gotta pick up Donnie's pickup truck because maneuvering a 40-foot bus or 38-foot motorhome around in my mom's driveway,
She's got a lot of space, but not that much space.
Connected to, you know, 40-foot trailers is a little bit too much. So we're gonna go fix all this stuff, and yeah, we gotta do it all in like 2.5 hours before dark because it gets dark at like 5 o'clock.
Would you look at that? Can't get any work done.
That still needs to get done somehow.
I know, we just gotta be miserable and wet. At least it's not hailing anymore.
I'd rather have hail because at least hail is dry.
Not really. And it hurts.
Remember that hailstorm? When
And you and Jason were in?
We were getting ready to go pick up the homegrown hustler body, right? I think we were getting ready to go pick up the homegrown hustler body.
I don't know.
I think it was.
I'll have to look back at my pictures.
Oh, we were going down to the trip to North Carolina because we were looking at that S10 that we were going to build to sell.
It was around the Homegrown Hustler because it was the very first YouTube video we did.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was part of the trip out to South Dakota.
Well then, what happened to your editing skills, bro? That video was good. Well guys, she can't even hold the phone anymore.
My fingers don't work.
Your fingers don't work. Coming from the guys who got it written.
You act like you're the only one who has trauma to your hands.
What's your trauma from, bro? Punch me in the head?
No.
From what?
You?
I don't want to follow you. Friggin' rested your hands on the turbos.
My hands didn't get burned on the turbos. It was my leg.
It was. She's got a pretty wicked scar. Pretty cool.
Pretty cute.
Pretty cute. It's rad, bro. I think you should get a tattoo on top of your scar and like accentuate it so it looks like real all the time. It looks fresh all the time. What do you think?
I'll pass. The first time I met Clifton was just after that burn, and he was like, "Oh my God, did you get shot?" Because I had it bandaged up and it was like bleeding through. It was kind of funny.
No clipping. So guys, yeah, it's miserable out. Now, we're hoping we didn't forget the keys to the total home.
They might be in my car.
They might be in Maddie's car. And that's 25 minutes away. And we're not turning back, because then it's definitely going to be dark out. And the weather's not going to be any better. And it's going to be colder. So, the plan is right now
To pray that the keys are at his mom's house.
Yeah. I'm going to swap all the vehicles around. And hopefully, unload all of our parts that are in the back here.
Yep.
To put the motor together. We got the 88s back there. The camshaft. And,
Other miscellaneous parts.
head studs. And rods and pistons are in the trailer. But a lot of parts to put the thing together. I guess head gaskets and all that stuff are in the trailer. And yeah, so we can try to slap that motor together. Probably start tomorrow afternoon in Ohio at Jeremy's place. And he gets off at work at 2 o'clock, so I can help. He can help me get the motor up on a stand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then probably start assembling around 2 o'clock. But if I'm not going to get there before then. Today's just not going smooth enough. But if that doesn't happen, I still gotta get the rods on the pistons and the rings on the pistons, and you know, crank. Well,
Preparation for
I
assembly.
gotta do all the prep work. So yeah, and I gotta stop at Summit and pick up the right rod bearings for the motor. They're fairly cheap, so I'll probably pick up 2 sets just so we have a spare set of rod bearings in the trailer. What else?
You got your mains?
Yeah, the mains are in the block.
Okay.
So yeah, get after it. Don't want to bore you guys too much. We'll give you an update when
When we know if we have the keys or
when
not.
Maddie's looking like a wet rat.
No.
A wet mouse?
No.
What's a cute little wet animal? A little
Nothing.
otter.
An
You
otter?
look like a little otter.
Okay.
Otter work?
Sure.
Okay. We'll give you an update when Maddie looks like a little otter.
Can't see.
Can't see.
Action.
Action.
We're dry again.
Our dragon.
Yeah.
We're all changed up. Guys, we couldn't really film much of that, but it was most miserable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I hooked up, we got Donnie's Crew Cab F350 here, dually, and we hooked up the big trailer to this truck so I could move it. And this trailer hitch is lower than my trailer hitch on the bus. And you know what happened?
So when the trailer dropped on the ball of the truck, it went like this, which means all the water on top of it dumped on Nick.
And I was freaking soaked. I'll tell you.
Like, you know the bucket at the children's water park that they fill up and then the horn goes off and it goes and it dumps?
It was at least that bad.
Yeah.
So,
That's basically what happened.
so, yeah, it goes that way sometimes. But we're gonna go get some food with Donnie and Tammy and Mason and I don't know who else is there. Our kid.
The crew. Yeah, Miley's there.
And
She's napping.
so then yeah. I don't know. Then we get back to load, clean out the trailer and stuff like that tonight so we can head out in the morning. We'll catch up with you later. Where did you find it, Maddie?
In here.
In where?
You see it?
So my nut fell. Boom. She found it.
Yeah.
No, you said it was under it.
I said under the propane.
You said it was under it.
Under the propane tank.
You're close. He was closer than you.
I found it. I said it was near there.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't. But he initiated the thought process into looking in there.
And now we gotta clean it. You wanna clean it up for me?
No.
Why not? Well, guys, it is just about midnight. We have the trailer loaded down. Yes, those are tires under there. No, the lift's not squishing them. Merchandise, tires, spare parts. Most everything is in the truck. I guess you can't really see it, but that's all pretty much loaded. So it's Monday, midnight-ish, and I'm calling it quits. We got PRI in a couple days, and then yeah, maybe I could get the short block together by the time I leave for PRI. Maybe even the long block, and then hopefully, as soon as we get back on from PRI, like Saturday, we might be able to pull the motor out of Straight Gangster, and yeah, we'll see how the day goes. But for right now, it's time for some napping and maybe a snack. Well, guys, it's starting to get ugly. I'm gonna have to pull off and get some new wipers on this thing. Well, not pull off. They're plenty good for right now, but I'll have to do that before we head south. But yeah, it's starting to snow out pretty dang good right now. But we're getting guys, it's another stop. You know where we're at. Back at Summit Racing. Trying to pick up a couple little things. Need to pick up some oil restrictors and a couple other things that I ordered up. Some rod bearings, because these rod journals are a little bit different than my standard big block Chevy. So yeah, pick up a couple little pieces, then we'll get back after it. Get to Jeremy's right around dark, just enough time. You know, it is what it is. But maybe I'll get the rods on the pistons and stuff like that before I call it a time to take a nap tonight. Well, guys, can't really see me. Jeremy's house is a mile from here, but Jeremy's at his son's football banquet. So, looks like this guy gets to put on his headlight, his new fancy dancy headlight, and we're gonna leave this sucker here, and I'm gonna go walk a mile that way, go grab Jeremy's winter truck, come back, pick up some of my stuff, and get after it. But yeah, can't really fit the big truck and trailer there, so it is what it is. Play a little bit of chicken. Well, guys, I royally screwed up. You know how I said earlier in the video the golf cart should have been at the back of the trailer? I could have been riding a golf cart right now instead of walking a freaking mile. But hey, live and learn. That was a dumb mistake. But that's where the golf cart has to get loaded when everything else is in the trailer. So I didn't really think about putting the golf cart at the back of the trailer and all the merchandise at the front of the trailer. So then we didn't have to unload the merchandise and the golf cart to get straight gangster out. But it is what it is. So guys, over here we got Jeremy's drag and drive car. This is gonna get right now it's getting a conventional blown small block Chevy. The blower sitting over there. I think he's picking up his motor here pretty soon. His son Jared has been doing a lot of the welding and stuff like that on this car, and he's doing a pretty dang good job. He's just learning how to TIG weld and stuff like that, but he's doing good, and it's pretty cool setup here. So we were talking back and forth how to do the front suspension. I said, well, technically you're not allowed to do a rack and pinion style front suspension for this nostalgia class, but there's no reason why you can't do like a mono rack with a cross steer. So this is the same setup that he's doing here. I'll flip the camera around so we can look at it. So they're going to be doing the same slip shaft style that we did here. This is going to be the slip shaft, and this slides in there. So since the steering half, this is going to be fixed just like it is on my car, and it's a very similar setup to basically the same setup that I did here. But they're doing a cross steer setup here, so it's not a rack and pinion because it is a cross steer. You got this solid bar tying these two deals together. But just like the way I do mine is the toe and everything will be fixed because there's nothing to change here. But this is what they call a hairpin style. So it's got a single point in the back where I run a 4-bar setup for the longer travel suspension that I have. But this is going to be a little shorter travel deal. And it's also going to have a secondary mount down here so that they could raise the nose of the car up for more nostalgia type events where it has to have more of a gasser look, where the rocker panel has to be higher than the center pin of the front tire here. So when they're raked up, kind of like a Carolina squat, for those that don't understand the nostalgia type racing. But it's the same stuff that they do in the no prep racing. The reason for that was to raise the center of gravity in the vehicle. But technology has come a long ways. Tire technology has come a long ways. Power management technology, engine building technology, so on and so forth. Everything that goes into making a car fast on not perfect surfaces. But the nostalgia era, a lot of those still want the nose high stance for that type of racing. But Jeremy went through here and they cleaned out the Hustling Horsepower engine assembly area. No, I'm just joking. This is where we're gonna knock out the motor right here. So I'm gonna go get some of the parts, start bringing them in.